Hello, my name is Mary Cook, and I'm the Title I Parent and Family Engagement Coordinator. Welcome to this presentation. The purpose of this presentation is to provide you with the information and resources that will help as you prepare for Kindergarten Roundup in the 2022-23 kindergarten school year. Today, you will learn about Kindergarten Roundup, how to complete the registration process and find your child's own school, the importance of the home language survey and available district ESOL resources, summer kindergarten readiness resources, Title I programs, and how to become involved with the PTA at your child's school. Contact information for us and a survey link will be available at the end of this presentation. As we begin, I'd like to explain the format of this presentation. I will be your facilitator, and representatives from our district departments have recorded an informational video presentation, which have been compiled into this one video presentation. Our goal was to take all the important information about the transition to kindergarten for the 2022-23 school year and put it in one place for you. Today, you will hear from Valdi Fortner, the Title I Director, Kevin Berry, the Director of Curriculum, Dawn Boyer from the Office of Student Assignment, Dawn Fitzpatrick from our ESOL department, Mary Benedict, the President of ACC PTA, and I will be sharing on behalf of the Title I department. At this time, I will turn things over to Valdi Fortner for a welcome message.
Welcome, I'm Valdi Fortner, Title I Director. What an exciting time, both as parents of an incoming kindergarten student, as well as for our newest Alachua County Public School boys and girls. As a parent of two grown boys, I still remember the day our boys started kindergarten and all of the excitement and nervousness that went with it. Then, as a previous principal, my favorite place to escape to was a kindergarten class. I always found their enthusiasm, inquisitive nature, and love for all people refreshing. Know that we are all here to support you as you embark on this new adventure. Have a wonderful 22-23 school year.
Thank you, Ms. Fortner, for that welcome message. Kindergarten Roundup is such an exciting event, and we're thrilled that it will be in person this year. Kindergarten Roundup will take place on Wednesday, April 27th at your child's own school at 2:00 p.m. During Kindergarten Roundup, parents and students have the opportunity to visit the school. Parents can ask questions and submit paperwork, while their incoming kindergarten student will spend time with the kindergarten teachers doing a fun activity and enjoying a snack. Free Title I materials that support kindergarten readiness will be available for students attending a Title I school. There is a special website dedicated to the 2022-23 kindergarten school year. It is listed on the screen for you. There, you will find all the Kindergarten Roundup information you need, as well as other important resources and links about the kindergarten school year. At Kindergarten Roundup, incoming kindergarten students that will be attending a Title I school will receive a kindergarten readiness poster and the first 100 Fry Sight Word flashcards. These are materials that can be used during the summer to prepare for kindergarten academic skills. Parents will receive a booklet which explains ways to help children get ready to begin school. While you are at Kindergarten Roundup, you may have the opportunity to join the PTA. We value parental involvement in our schools, and Mary Benedict, the President of the Alachua County Council of PTAs, will now explain more about the process.
Good afternoon. My name is Mary Benedict, and I'm the President of the Alachua County Council of PTAs. On behalf of the 26 parent-teacher associations in our county, I'd like to welcome all of our incoming kindergarten families. Today, I'll be telling you a little bit about PTA, the benefits of being involved, and finally, how to join your school's PTA. PTA has been connecting families and schools for 125 years. It's the largest and oldest child advocacy organization in our country. Over this time, PTA has advocated for laws and programs such as creation of kindergarten classes, child labor laws, hot and healthy lunch programs, the juvenile justice system, arts and education, and school safety, to name just a few. PTA's mission is to make every child's potential a reality by engaging and empowering our families and our communities to advocate for all children. But what does a PTA do? It supports the unique needs of its school community. It advocates for its students, families, and school. It works with principals, counselors, and teachers to coordinate programs and events to help engage families and provide educational opportunities for students. Some examples of the PTA activities include literacy programs to encourage families to read together, staff appreciation activities to ensure that school teachers and staff feel appreciated for the tremendous work they do, fun events such as carnivals, kickball games, skate nights, and movie nights to encourage families to meet each other and feel a part of the school community, multicultural events and activities to celebrate school diversity, and STEM events and programs to enhance student learning. But why should you consider joining PTA? Connect. Find out what's happening at your school and get to know your child's teacher and principal and the other families in your school community. Discover. PTA offers a variety of programs, services, and resources for students and families. Speak up. PTA gives you a seat at the table when important decisions are made about your child's school. Be a role model. By becoming a PTA member, you'll be showing your child the importance that you place on education. And finally, make a difference. Our PTA members help advance laws and policies to improve the education, health, and safety of all children across county, state, and nation. Ready to join? You can find your school PTA today at Kindergarten Roundup or in the fall at Meet the Teacher and Open House. But don't miss out. Join PTA today. You can also find more information about your school's PTA or join online by going to your school's website and clicking on the Community tab where you'll find a link to your PTA. Many of our PTAs also have Facebook pages to help connect their families and share important information. If you have any questions about PTA or perhaps want to help start a new PTA at your school, here's my contact information and our ACC PTA website and Facebook page. Welcome to our Alachua County PTA family.
We will now hear from Kevin Berry, our curriculum director. He will share a speaking and listening strategy that you can use this summer to encourage your child to listen to and talk about books. He will also showcase a few additional resources that you can use to help support a smooth transition to kindergarten.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Kevin Berry. I'm the Director of Curriculum with Alachua County Public Schools. We're excited to spend a few minutes talking about some activities you might wish to engage in over the summer to prepare your students for kindergarten. When we think about kindergarten, of course, one of the things we think about most is reading. And so we want to talk a little bit about something that's really going to help prepare our students to become the best possible readers, and that's developing their oral language skills. As you can see, oral language is really just speaking and listening, and that's a huge indicator of how well students will be reading by the end of kindergarten. Something that we can do that really makes an impact on students' oral language skills is having conversations about books with your child. One specific way of doing so is using the crowd strategy. We're going to watch a quick video here to talk about what that might look like. Let's watch a dad work with his son using the crowd strategy and doing some dialogic reading.
It's raining and the thunderstorm will hit the roof.
The wolf asks, "Why don't you come out to play, little creature? Eventually, you should be getting hungry by now. I mean, you must be getting hungry." What happens to the wolf?
Uncle Santa, I just told you the lightning will hit the roof.
And there he goes. The lightning shocked him, yeah?
Because if you hold an umbrella in the air when lightnings make a sound when it's raining, sometimes they hit you. That's why you mustn't put an umbrella in the air when there's a lightning sound.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
The little creature sniffs.
I could watch that for a long time. It's a great example. So crowd is a strategy to prompt conversation with your child, and you can see a reference to a source down there. Crowd stands for completion questions, such as the wheels on the bus go, and you wait to allow your child to complete that. Of course, that's going to be based on what you're reading along with your child. Recall questions was like what we saw in here. What was wrong with the chair Goldilocks sat on is another example. Open-ended questions. These are always the ones where we get the really fun responses from our students and our children. Why do you think something happened? Such again, a classic example from old Goldilocks. Why do you think she went into the house? WH questions really probe thinking, thinking about what was wrong with Papa's Bear's porridge, distancing. And then these are the ones that, again, these are probably our favorites. And how do you think Papa Bear felt when he saw someone had eaten his porridge? So this helps our children really see themselves as part of the story. The importance of this is really engaging those speaking and listening skills and connecting them to the book that you're reading. What a great opportunity to really spend some quality time with your child as well. I wanted to show you a couple other resources that we have available. One that's particularly exciting is our partnership with the University of Florida Literacy Institute. We are working with them very closely, especially with our kindergarten through second grade reading. And we have a special program called U-Fly Foundations that's really helping our students become proficient readers in the primary grades. So they have a handout of some great resources here that are available for you. There's also a recording of some very specific things they would recommend as well. Right now, this is just a really exciting time, and really any opportunity that you have to talk with your students about reading, to show them what good readers do, is just a great example. And we just can't wait to have them join us in the fall. We look forward to seeing you soon. Please make sure that you contact your child's school as soon as possible. And if you have not already registered, I encourage you to do so quickly. We thank you and are so excited to have you and your family join our Alachua County Public Schools family.
Next, we'll hear from Dawn Boyer from the Office of Student Assignment.
Hello, I'm Dawn Boyer with the Office of Student Assignment, or better known as the Zoning Department. Today, I'm going to show you how to find your zone school. I'm also going to walk you through the basic steps of filling out a new student online enrollment application. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find our zone school. The main school board webpage is sbac.edu. When you get to this page, you will click on Busing and Zoning, Office of Student Assignment Zoning, and then you will scroll all the way to the third column under Enrolling in School. Scroll down a little bit, and there's a highlighted in purple underlined Find Your Zone. Click on that, and this is what will come up. Now you can zoom in by clicking the plus sign, or zoom out by clicking the negative sign. You can also look at other schools, like middle school or high school, but for today's purposes, we're going to stick with elementary. Okay. At the top here where it says find your address or place, this is where you would type in your address of your home. Okay, for purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to use the school board administration building address, just 620 East University Avenue. And you notice it populated here, Gainesville. So click on that, and voila, there is the administration building. You can make sure, confirm that you typed in the correct address by looking at this address here. You will notice that blue highlighted dots around this. So if you click on this, it will now say search results 1 of 2. It'll say this is 20 East University Avenue, or whatever your home address is. And then to move forward to screen 2, you would click on the arrow. And it says that this address is zoned for Metcalf Elementary School. Okay. As I said before, you can also check for middle and high school zone schools the same way by clicking the appropriate box over here in the where list. If you need assistance in locating your zone school, you can always contact the zoning department at 352-955-7700. So the next thing I'm going to show you is the online application. So you would go back to Office of Student Assignment. This is where we started finding your zone school. And you would click here where it says enrolling in school. You'll notice this webpage has 3 different sections: the enrollment registration, the frequently asked questions about enrollment, and the links. The enrollment registration is if your family is brand new to Alachua Public Schools, there's a link for all new Alachua County families. And if you already have a child attending Alachua County Public Schools, you can create the new application through your existing Skyward Family Access sign-in. If you need assistance setting up Family Access, you can contact your currently enrolled child's school. The next section is frequently asked questions about enrollment. I suggest you take a few minutes to read through these questions prior to doing the application so you'll be aware of what information you will need to complete the enrollment and what paperwork you will need to take to your zone school. Also, under this section, if you scroll to the bottom here, you can find a link to request a zoning exception if you would like to request for your child to attend a different school other than their zone school. Once again, it gives our email address and our telephone number. If you have questions, you can give us a call. We're mainly going to look at the links section. There's many informational links under this section to help you move forward getting fully enrolled for kindergarten. If your child is currently in a pre-K ESE program within the school district, you do not need to fill out the entire NSOE. That is only for students who are new to the Alachua County Public School System. So if they are currently in a pre-K ESE program or one of our existing district programs, you just need to take updated proof of residency to the child's school, and that will complete their enrollment process. So I'm going to demonstrate to you a new Alachua County Public School enrollment, meaning that your student is completely new to Alachua County Public Schools, and you do not have an existing student already attending. This is going to create a temporary Skyward account for you in order to complete the enrollment application. New enrollment applications will open up Thursday, April 28th. Right now, we are not accepting new enrollments, but look at the frequently asked questions section to make sure you have all of the appropriate documents together for April 28th so you can start your online application. There is no closing date on the enrollments, but we do encourage early enrollment so your student is counted at the school for teacher allocations, which helps us know how many kindergarten teachers that school will need to hire. I will quickly walk you through on creating a temporary account. As we go through the application, you will notice that there are directions at the top of each page. These directions are very important for you to review. If there is an asterisk by the item, then that means it's a required information. If there's no asterisk, it's optional if you want to fill it out or not. So I'm going to fill it out on. So I don't need to fill these out because there's no asterisk. Now for my email address, you are encouraged to use your email account address to create this account. It will help when your child is totally enrolled. It will automatically send you a link to set up your Skyward Family Access account. Please keep in mind that enrollment is not totally set up until the beginning of the school year is finalized. So as of the first day of school, but if you can go ahead and get that link and get it started, it just won't be live until your student is officially enrolled on the first day of the school year. If you have an email address, you would type that in here and complete the rest of the information. Then you would get an email with your username and password. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to say I do not have an email address, as some people may not. Then you would be able to create your own login for the online enrollment system. So I'm going to type in my login. So I'm just going to say one I haven't used before, or your D3, my phone number. This is where you would type in your home number or your cell number. In case there's any questions, we can reach you. Okay, the next section is your address. The unit is the house number, so that would be the 620. Direction is east, northwest, southwest, whatever. It's very important that we type in the correct address in the right way so that the application will be routed to the correct zone school. So then University Avenue, and you notice it automatically starts populating, so I can just click on that. Gainesville, Florida, 32601. Okay, so at this point, I would click here to submit the online enrollment account request. When I click OK, it's going to come up with this saying, I want directions on how to do the online enrollment. So I'm going to click OK. Now you notice, since I said I don't have an email, it gives me my login and my password. So it's very important before you go any further to write down your login and your password, because once you've clicked OK on this, you will not have access to this again. So very important to write these down, okay? And then I'm going to click OK. So then it's going to bring me to the Skyward. This is where you would sign in. So what I just found was for your D3 and my password was 91507. But for training purposes, so I don't actually create one, I'm going to flip over to a training screen and I'm going to type in one that I have already created. So it will come up to this. Now I am starting my student's enrollment application. As I go through this, all of the red asterisks are required fields. The other information is optional, yet we would appreciate you filling it out as well. So last name is going to be Boyer. First name will be Sophia. I'm just going to fill this out really quick. We need to get down to the language survey information. Later on in the application, there's going to actually be a language application about if they speak a different language at home. It's very important to fill this out so we can make sure we get any extra assistance needed for the student. If they have, need some ESOL classes or what. So. Self-explanatory. So current school year would be next year. Move to step 2 or complete step 1 only. This is there because in case you need to stop and go, you can always stop, say what you already have done and then go back into it. So I'm going to go on and say, I'm going to go to step 2. So step 2 is family guardianship. It's already put my primary number in there, telephone number. It's already put my address in there. It's put my name in there. In fact, I need to remove this guardian. And now I need to complete step 2. Okay, as many times I've done this, that catches me every time. The next one is emergency contact. So I want to add emergency contact. It's going to automatically have me as an emergency contact, but say I want the grandparent to have contact. So then I would say go to step 4. Now, step 4 is your immunization. You're going to be taking your immunizations into the school as hard copies, so you do not need to fill this out. So you could just go ahead and say complete step 4 and move to step 5. And step 5 is a bunch of different forms. As you can see, you have to fill out every form in here. And the last form is your zone school. I remember when we talked about you could do a zoning exception to try to go to a different school. This is where you would answer this. So if you did a zoning exception, you would say no, because you did a zoning exception. You're waiting to hear on the zoning exception. If you didn't do a zoning exception, you want your child to go to your zone school, you would do yes. Okay. Now, if you said no, then you would need to go and fill out the rest of this information down here. But if you said yes, that's it. You just stop, you hit save, back to additional district forms. Okay, and then complete step 5. Okay, now, once everything is completed, you can tell that because it says date completed, it has green check marks beside it. You can either go ahead and submit it, which is what I suggest, or you can hold on to it just by go to summary page, and then it'll let you sign out, and that's it, without losing all the information that you have entered. If you filled out the address correctly on your enrollment setup page, it will automatically route this application to the zone school unless you said no, that you were not going to your zone school. At that point, you will need to take all of your required documentations to the school to complete the enrollment. And those things, go ahead, those things are like birth certificate, shot records, health records, proof of residence. To submit this application, even though this application is completely filled out, it is not submitted until we click submit application to the district and then submit application. So you could fill all this out and not hit that last button, and it won't even submit it. It'll still be there, but it won't submit it. This screen here reminds you of the different proofs of paperwork that you need to take: the proof of residency, the shot record, the physical form, the birth certificate, any prior school records if there were any. Click OK. And it says the district is currently reviewing the application, and you're good. There's no unsubmitted enrollment applications, so then I would just exit out. Now, if you have any questions about this enrollment process, you can again go back to the frequently asked questions section. Your zone school a call, and they have trained people to help walk you through the application. Or you can call our office again at 352-955-7700 if you have further questions about zoning, or there's information on the enrollment site where you can call or email us.
Don Boyer mentioned the importance of the home language survey. Mr. Fitzpatrick will now further explain the home language survey and also share ESOL resources that are available for families.
Hi, I'm Don Fitzpatrick, ESOL coordinator for Alachua County Public Schools. I'm so excited to welcome your student and your family into our schools. What we're looking at here is the new student enrollment application form, and I'm going to direct your attention to the home language survey portion. Schools are required to identify possible English learners during enrollment. The home language survey is used as a tool to determine if your child is eligible for language support services. If a language other than English is used by you or your child, and your child meets the English learner definition, The school might give your child an English language proficiency assessment. The school will share the results of that assessment with you. The home language survey has 3 questions. Is a language other than English used in the home as a primary method of communication? Meaning, is a language other than English the main form of communication? 2, did the student have a first language other than English? And 3, does the student most frequently speak a language other than English? If you answer yes to any of these 3 questions, our school will administer an ESOL screener to your student. And that screener will give us an idea if this child would benefit from ESOL supports. If the student will benefit from ESOL supports, you'll be notified and we'll fill out some paperwork, and the school will then support your student as both a learner and as an English language learner. If the child is screened and doesn't need ESOL supports, you'll be notified of that result as well. And if you have any questions about the home language survey, please feel free to contact your student's school, or you can contact me, Don Fitzpatrick. The second thing I would like to share with you is some of the ESOL resources that exist for families as you're getting ready to enter school in the fall. What you see here is our ESOL webpage, and it has sections for students and parents, and that's where I'd like to direct you. On the students and parents site, you'll see that there are resources in My Portal. These are apps that all Alachua County students and teachers have access to. The first one listed is where I would get started right away. It's called BrainPop ESL, and it's a web-based English language learning program comprised of short animated video movies as well as games and quizzes. It encompasses the 4 main language skills: listening, speaking, reading, writing, and it's appropriate for K-12, but it has a heavy emphasis on K-5. When your student goes to BrainPop, the first thing they'll do is take a placement test. Another app that I would like to direct you to is PBS Learning Media. PBS Learning Media is great for pre-K, kindergarten, first and second grade, and it has videos and exercises that you can do with your student to help them begin learning English and to help them get ready for starting school. And I would definitely direct you to our Alachua County Library website and our Alachua County libraries in general. They have lots of programs to help with student literacy, as well as tools to help students learn English. Here they have Learn a Language with Transparent and KidSpeak. English-speaking students can learn a second language like Spanish, and ESOL students can learn English using these programs. And for any adults out there who are looking at moving towards multilingualism, the Alachua County Public Library has lots of programs for adults to learn English as well. I'm Don Fitzpatrick with Alachua County ESOL. Please contact me with any follow-up questions, and we're so excited for your student to start their journey in our schools.
I'd now like to share with you the importance of Title I programs and showcase some of the additional resources that are available to you. Title I collaborates with our schools, families, and community with the purpose of providing all Title I eligible students with effective, high-quality academic supports. Funds are allocated to provide an additional layer of support for 3 main areas: improving student achievement, supporting staff development, and increasing parent and family engagement in our schools. This brief video I'm about to share with you summarizes how our schools and community benefit from Title I programs. The video can also be found on the Title I website and YouTube channel.
The Alachua County School District is proud to partner with Title I, the largest federally funded educational program serving eligible schools, students, and families.
We have come together to plan a reading club.
Title I empowers schools and families by focusing on student achievement, staff development, and family and community engagement.
Title I has afforded us the opportunity to have mounds of resources, whether they're curricular resources, but equally important is the human resources that we're able to have with the Title I funding.
Kevin Berry will explain about the kindergarten through 5th grade standards and progress monitoring.
Additional funding to be able to have activities for our parents to attend to learn more about how they can help their students at home. Title I has been essential for all of those things.
Additional resources provided include state-of-the-art technology, field trips, supplemental evidence-based programs, teachers for reduced class sizes, behavior and instructional intervention teachers.
Yes, but then what? What does she do after she catches this?
We have several intervention teachers that are in place that are allowed to work more small group settings or one-on-one to make sure that students that are in more need of support are able to get it.
You're doing a great job flipping over your magnets.
Paraprofessionals and family liaisons. Title I funding supports professional learning for staff and administrators.
Thank you for coming to our data chat to discuss your students' most recent ELA Ames data.
I believe that these data chats are very important because they create a plan of action, way to kind of monitor our kids' progress and make sure that they're headed in the right direction.
And reinforces classroom learning through accelerated learning sessions, high-dose tutoring, before, during, and after school, and extended summer school learning opportunities. Title I builds partnerships throughout the district with local schools, community agencies, and families. Stakeholder feedback guides future funding and planning to effectively provide resources to encourage learning at home, through school, and district family and community engagement events. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and subscribe on YouTube. Title I, impacting schools, reaching community, empowering families, and engaging students for a brighter tomorrow.
The Title I website includes a variety of parent resources. On our website, you will find a program overview explaining about Title I and the various ways Title I supports student academic achievement. You will also see announcements of upcoming Title I events. There is a list of Title I documents you can review, as well as links to our Title I presentations and social media pages. Family resources, educational links, and academic links to reading, math, and science activities are also included and updated regularly. You will also find the Parents Make the Difference newsletters and daily learning planners. Let's take a quick look at a few of the resources you can use with your incoming kindergartner over the summer. Here you will see the Title I website, which is www.sbac.edu/Title I. At the top, we have upcoming event announcements and links to our recordings. As you scroll down, you will notice a Title I program overview, our mission statement, as well as links to different resources and our Title I documents. We also have links to our parent and family engagement webinars and videos, and these are expandable, so you'll see all the things that are available for you here. And past webinars are also there for you. As you continue to scroll down, we have a section devoted to secondary school resources, and these would be for our middle and high school students and their families. Further down, we have links to parent and family engagement informational links, and these would be links for parents. If you were to click on educational links, these take you to mostly game sites that offer free educational content that students enjoy. Further down, we have academic resources for students and families. And if you were to click this link here, it would open up this page. And you'll notice that we have math resources. We also have reading resources, and we're currently working on adding science resources for you. Further down, you would see the Parents Make the Difference newsletter. This is updated monthly. It's available for elementary, middle, and high school students and their families. It's also available in English and Spanish. The newsletter is typically 2 to 3 pages long, and these are topics that are pertinent to each time of the school year. The daily learning planner is also updated monthly, available for elementary, middle, and high school families, and available in English and Spanish. And this is set up so that each day of the month, there is a different idea or a topic that you can do or talk about with your child. And it's a good way to support what they're learning in school. Those are available for you at the bottom of our Title I website, and they are also automatically linked to each Title I school's website as well. The Title I department has parent and family engagement accounts on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. We update our Twitter and Facebook pages with engaging academic activities to do at home, links to educational articles for parents and guardians, as well as announcements about upcoming district Title I events. Our YouTube channel features videos and presentations geared towards supporting families with at-home learning. Our department representatives have provided you with a lot of useful information today. One reason we chose to use a video format was that it allows viewers to play back portions as needed. This slide lists the resources introduced today. Many of these links, along with this presentation, will be available for you on the Kindergarten 2022-23 webpage. This presentation will also be posted on the Title I website and shared on our social media sites. If there are any questions we can answer, please reach out to us through either email or a phone call. A complete department directory is available for you at www.sbac.edu. You'll see a drop-down menu. You would select departments, and from there, department directory. Thank you very much for viewing this presentation. We look forward to welcoming your child to kindergarten for the 2022-23 school year. Please take a moment to use your smartphone and scan the QR code in order to take a very brief survey about this presentation. We use your feedback to ensure we are meeting the needs of our families and in the development of future presentations. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you at Kindergarten Roundup.